Welcome back, this is Slox. I thought we'd be doing a bit of a different video. We're going to be explaining the current events, how to, well, basically what it is, how to acquire the things that you need to acquire, and I'm going to go over a few other things, like my team and some of my progress. So let's first start off with the events. So the rotations kind of changed. So we got another Grand Summon event right now, which is basically every time you summon a gold key, basically one of these chests here, you'll get a point towards your Grand Summon. And I think the top prize is 550 summons, which is pretty unrealistic unless you're going to put a bunch of money into this game or you've been saving those golden keys for a long time. You're probably not going to reach that. I decided, even though I'm not going to reach the 550, it was worth it for me to just get what I could. I wanted to use my keys. I was a little impatient. So this is the core event. The way to get keys is by the shop. They have some okay value packages. So I mean, you could get 50 keys and 800 soccer balls and 5,000 gems for $100. Not terrible, not that great either. But really the new thing is the soccer balls. So what do they call it here? They call it the World Cup event. So these soccer balls up here act as a new form of currency, and the way you get them, and it kind of describes it right here, is by auto battling. And what auto battling is, just in case you don't know, is here. So when your characters are idling and they're defeating these characters, the enemy team, you'll occasionally earn those soccer balls, and so you'll be able to claim them here. Let's go back to the events. There we go. So you auto battle. Goblins will give you 1, I think, and then monsters give you 1 as well. I don't think you get a whole lot from monsters or goblins. They're just very few from them. Then you could get in the value package like we spoke about just a minute ago, and then you can also get it by doing the Hero Chest event. If you see here, if you spend as little as 25 golden keys, you get 100 soccer balls, and it increases slowly over time. And then we have the hero event, where if you happen to get the new character Martin, you'll also get 25 orange artifact fragments, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look at the World Cup shop. They actually have some really cool prizes. Now you're probably not going to hit 3,200 unless you spend money on the game, unfortunately. But you can get Miracle. I personally use all of my event cash for these eyes. This is very similar to our previous event, the bomb event. Very similar prizes. If you really want to get further along in the golden key event, there's golden keys. They're fairly cheap, and then you can also get the wheel coins. These might be worth it for you guys. I probably wouldn't do it though. These are things that you can accumulate over time. Miracle Eyes are a lot tougher to come by. Well, these 3 prizes here are a lot tougher to come by, with Miracle Eyes being the most difficult. And I suspect we'll probably have a Miracle Eye event soon, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'd highly recommend getting Miracle Eyes if you're not going to go for one of the heroes. I think it is possible, if you have a fair amount of golden keys, you could probably get one of the lower end ones. And as far as if you want a suggestion between the Tiger King and the one of the newer heroes, Ripper, I'd probably pick up Ripper. I don't get a lot of undead heroes, but I'd imagine he's a little bit harder to acquire than Tiger King is. That's kind of it for that event. I think over the course of 4 hours, I got roughly 10 soccer balls. What are these called? I feel silly calling them soccer balls. I guess I don't know if they actually tell you what they are. Gold balls, okay. Close enough. So I'd say you probably get 20 gold balls every 8 hours. I could be wrong. I'll know for sure tomorrow. Um, I'm sure one of the most important questions people will ask is, should we save them, right? So maybe in the long run, you really want to get that Nameless King or the top tier reward. You could save them. If you take a look at what I just showed you here, I still have the smuggling bombs from the last event. However, we don't know if we're ever going to get a Golden Ball event again, and if we do, it's going to be a year down the road. So if you really want to play the long con and you want to play the long game, you don't mind waiting, you're really patient, sure, why not? But there's no certainty that we'll ever see that event back. I'm more confident that we'll see Smuggling Bomb than I am the Golden Ball. So I would personally just spend what I have. I don't think it's worth investing in. And who knows, a year down the road, if we do happen to get the event again, it's probably not, well, I don't know how worth it would be, really. So I would just spend your soccer balls. Now, another thing that I wanted to go over, since we kind of went over the events, there's really not a whole lot more information about the event that I can go over. If you do have questions, just post them down below in the comments, and I'll answer them. I am trying to get better at replying to comments quicker. That will be happening. I'll be checking the YouTube regularly in my videos, so please do comment down below. But the next thing I really wanted to talk about was my progression and my plans for my team. So if we take a look at what I have right now, we see that I have a 200 Demon Fighter, a 200 Werewolf. I recently got Luna, a few Luna. I can actually 2-star her, but the only purple heroes I have right now are Forest Healers, 5 stars. So I really want my next star to be, or my next 9 star to be Forest Healer. So I'm holding off on upgrading Luna. The reason why that is because although my power is fairly decent, I think there's only one other person higher than me in the server as far as power goes. Not having healer on my team is really setting me back, and it's investing the way that I have in damage first has showed me how important healing is for the PvE and PvP experience. I've had I think there's one other person, he's roughly 40k power lower than me, but he can consistently beat me. Part of it's because he has Monkey King, but the other part of it is because he has like 2 or 3 healers on his team, and he's able to sustain all my damage. Even though my Demon Hunter Werewolf can do a ton of damage, he can heal through it. I recently was able to 9-star my Saw Machine. Because of the previous event, I was able to get the max reward with Saw Machine and that artifacts, the sword artifacts. So we have this, and that's a pretty significant boost to damage too. So he's pretty vicious when it comes to clerics. And then I'll probably, if I get another Wolner, I'll probably 9-star Wolner until I get my Tiger King up, which I probably won't be able to do for a few months. And then I'm also waiting for more Scarlets to get her to 9-star. But my primary focus right now is getting Forest Healer to 9-star. I'll finish Luna, and then from there, either I need to get another tank, or I need to get my tank, or I need to go another DPS. And the plan right now, unless a new hero is released for the Elven faction, which I believe they will be releasing, I think the next faction they'll be releasing is, one of them will be Elven. I'll probably grab Grand, 9-star him, and then try to do another Luna. My biggest trouble is when people put their most important heroes in the front line. Because both Demon Fighter and Werewolf focus on the back line, it can be really devastating, but it also leaves me weak if people are fighting against me. So that's kind of the plan for the team. I already have 3 of my team set up. I think at the next Miracle Eye event, I might be able to get Forest Healer at the very least 8 stars, and then we'll kind of see from there. Right now, I'm just, I have a decent team, but it could certainly be better. Speaking of, let's see if I can hit 200 on this guy. Perfect. So now I have a level 200 saw machine. So that's kind of what I plan on doing with my team. Somebody mentioned that there's definitely a weakness for selecting an all one type of team, you know, so my entire team will be Elven. Not only do I get a massive weakness in my planet trials, because that's a massive pain in the butt, they pointed out that undead would be doing additional damage, and while I don't have the chart as far as the damage types, I'm going to assume he was accurate. I know there's going to be one team specifically that will be stronger against my team. And, you know, I just have to hope that really there's not a whole lot of strong undead heroes. Let's take a look at what we have here. Hester's pretty strong. I haven't really seen a lot of her on my server. I've seen a couple puppet mates, but that's about it. Outside of Wolner, nobody really invests too heavily in undead. Let's take a look at the arena and the rankings. So Drew's, he definitely has a puppet made, but you know, that's only one person. This guy has a 9-star X-Death. X-Death is pretty weak in PvP. His damage numbers are pretty low. But you know, one undead isn't going to hurt me. It's when they have multiple undead, and I haven't seen a single team of 3 or more undead. That just doesn't really happen. The most common undead right now is Wolner or Puppet Maid. That's about it. And then this guy's, he's the one that beats me regularly. He has 2 healers and a Monkey King, and the Monkey King plus the healers is just way too strong right now. I'm working on, as soon as I can get a Forest Healer, I don't think I'll have trouble beating him. But for now, I just gotta settle with 3rd place. That's really all I'm gonna have with this video. I will be shortly. I'll be uploading another video, probably a guide. I'm not quite sure what it's gonna be yet. I've had a lot of people request for me to go over heroes. It's kind of tough to do. It's so situational, and it's person by person basis, right? So some heroes are going to work better in certain team comps, but I can do some generalized information, and I'll go over that some more in the video if I make it. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed this one, that it was somewhat informative. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If not, you know, thumbs down. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or comments regarding the video. As always, it's really great to talk to you guys. You guys have a wonderful night.